Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Dubai International Baja.
Welcome to Dubai.
Welcome to Dubai Baja.
Welcome to Dubai. It's time to get on the throttle.
Let's go to Dubai Baja!
2024 marks the 8th iteration of what has fast become one of global motorsport's yearly highlights. The Dubai International Baja returns under the spectacular city skyline, marking one of the most glamorous events of the year. But don't be fooled by all the glitz. It's also one of the toughest tests on the Baja Cup calendar. Home to the tallest building in the world, Dubai is nestled on the coast of the Arabian Gulf, and this state-of-the-art city is surrounded by some of the most demanding desert dunes on the planet. First run back in 1979, it has adapted with the times, going from strength to strength. A fully fledged FIA World Baja Cup competition, it remains the longest running event in the United Arab Emirates. It is the 8th and final round of the 2024 World Baja Cup, and as ever, it has attracted a star-studded lineup of drivers and riders all ready to tackle the desert dunes.
Abdulaziz Akhli is going for a third consecutive quads crown this year, while Hani Al Numaisi is out to secure the Baja's World Cup title. In the bikes, there are several contenders for whom Dubai is a home away from home, including Konrad Dabrowski and Alex McInnes.
This is like the closest to a home race I can get. I'm from Poland, but I started living here part-time a few years ago, so this is almost a home race, and I would like to get a win close to my home.
I live half an hour from where the race is, so it's my favorite area, favorite race. This is the one that I look forward to all year. It's just, I feel like I have the speed to win. In training, I feel like I'm faster than anyone.
The World Cup has already been settled, although with David Megre absent this week, the season's top veteran, 50-year-old Pedro Bianchi Prata, could move up to second place overall.
It is nice to fight with the younger guys and to be able to still, if everything goes well here in this Baja, to be second. But I'm pretty happy about this season.
For the second year running, the crown will go to local star Mohamed Al-Balushi, who's hunting a third title at this Baja.
It's always been good to me. Whenever we won the championship, we won the Dubai Baja. Finally, we're back home, and to seal the deal and to be crowned for the third time is good.
In the ultimate class, João Ferreira is currently the outright leader of the FIA World Baja Cup. His only title rival, Fernando Alvarez, is competing in the SSVs, though that could actually be an advantage here in Dubai.
We are leading the World Cup by 9 points. The competition will be at the highest level possible because the second place, it's a side-by-side, so in the dunes it will be easier job than me with this big car, but okay, we will do our best and trying to bring the championship home.
X-Raid Mini have come here with a full arsenal. Denis Krotov, Lionel Beau and Vladas Jurkevicius will all be getting behind the wheel of their new petrol-powered car. Toyota are also here with 4 cars, with their Gazoo racing duo Seth Quintero and Lucas Morais set to test out their new machines for 2025. And even if they're in a separate experimental class, these guys always race to win. There'll be a thrilling battle in the Challengers this weekend, with the top 2 drivers in the World Cup, Khalid Al-Jafla and Edouard Ponce, on exactly the same number of points. May the best man win.
Good luck for both of us to have a good race and to be in the top.
The Emirati has home advantage for sure, but Spaniard Ponce says he'll still be giving it his all.
He was born here, he knows everything about here, but we face a good pace during the full season, and we believe in us, and well, we play for the victory.
It's the same.
Here's a familiar face in an unfamiliar vehicle. The newly crowned World Rally Raid champion Nasser Al Attiyah is doing one of his favourite events on the calendar in a Taurus T3 Max.
Yes, I will try, with the T3 to challenge the top class, the T1 plus, and I will try to do my best and just to compete and to support this race, because really I cannot miss this rally.
There's also a stellar lineup in the SSVs led by Fernando Alvarez, who's hoping to overhaul Ferreira in the World Baja Cup.
We are now in T4 champions, so we will see what happens. There are many people against me just to try to keep the overall one, but it's not my problem. I'm here just to try to win.
The Middle East Baja Cup also has to be settled with only a handful of points separating the top three.
It's really exciting because, we are fighting for the championship, and also this is one of the coolest races of the season because it's all with the sand, the dunes, and here the Dubai atmosphere. So really enjoying it. Can't wait to start.
The Dubai International Baja 2024 officially got underway with Friday afternoon's prologue, taking the event to the beautiful region of Hatta for the very first time. It was a short spin, but by no means straightforward, and on very different terrain to what you'd expect in this part of the world. Stony rather than sandy. The fastest man in the bikes was Konrad Dabrowski in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That was fully 25 seconds quicker than second-placed Rafik Aid. And it was significant because the prologue times count in the FIM classes. Several riders had issues, and Konrad was actually one of them, but not until after the finish line.
I did the prologue fine, and then I arrived at the finish and the bike didn't start. Turns out one of the balls got loose, and yeah, just left the bike. So luckily it started again. I can go back to the bivouac.
Abdulaziz Akhli admitted that this isn't his natural habitat, but the Emirati was still fastest in class and fifth among all FIM vehicles.
Not used to the rocky terrain. UAE, we're known for sand. But I also try to push to try to stay in top 10 because if I have a chance, I would like to open the track tomorrow.
In the Ultimates, Lucas Moraes and his Toyota Gazoo Racing teammate Seth Quintero are competing in a separate experimental class. This is the car the Brazilian's going to drive at the Dakar, and it's looking impressive. He was quickest by 0.2 seconds from Quintero.
What are your expectations on this rally?
To go fast, to be honest.
Well, officially the fastest man in the FIA was Nasser Al-Attiyah in his Taurus T3 Max. The Qatari only 1.4 seconds down on Moraes. His Nasser racing team had a fantastic prologue in the Challengers, with Nasser's brother Khalifa and Abdulaziz Al-Kuwari making it a 1-2-3. The short SSV shootout was dominated by the new Can-Am Mavericks, which are also experimental. Matthias Ekstrom was top of the pile.
Well, it was very bumpy, very rutted, so it wasn't easy to push much, but we had a clean stage, so all okay, and I look forward for tomorrow.
Glitz and glamour are never far away in Dubai, and so it proved on Friday as the riders and drivers gathered for the official podium ceremony. They were welcomed by His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, chairman of the Dubai Sports Council. His Highness was also joined by the president of the FIA, Mohammed Ben Sulayem.
The FIA is there working together with the manufacturers, with the teams, and with the promoters also together, that we go forward. When I used to drive, I used to plan, but then when you start, the plan is gone. There's a new plan that comes, so I wish them all safety first of all. It is a very healthy cross-country, and as a president of the FIA, ex-driver, I'm happy that the championship as a whole is very strong.
The 92 vehicle's given the perfect send-off by His Highness.
Sunrise in Dubai, and with temperatures hovering around 30 degrees and expected to only get higher, a tough day lies in wait as the drivers and riders left the glamour of the city behind and headed out into the desert for the first full stage of this year's Dubai International Baja. And this is what lies in store today. An 82-kilometre road section brings the competitors to the start of the Al Futtaim Toyota stage. 195 kilometres of competitive action in the technical choppy dunes before returning to the bivouac at Dubai Festival City. So, after the prologue stage last night, the all-important start selection process took place to determine the starting order for today. And the big news came when Abdulaziz Ali, the local star and 2 times winner of the event, opted to go first. At the stage start this morning, though, the massive navigational task that faced Ali had dawned on him. Undeterred, he blasted into the stage, and with no lines in the sand to follow, he would have to draw on all of his experience. And as he pressed on, the local star did just that. He was flying today, unsurprisingly fastest in the quad category. His closest rival, Abdulaziz Al Shaiban, Ali on course to do the hat-trick in Dubai.
Opening the stage was nice. It's a new experience. It was really nice. Track was a bit tough, especially when the sun is behind us. You cannot really see the dunes. Other than that, there's a lot of places where it was nice, and it was a bit windy and hot, but we managed to come here to the finish line.
Turning our attention to two wheels now. Up at the business end, and after a disaster in the pre-event prologue, 2 times winner of the event, Mohammed Al-Balushi, was already 2 minutes down coming into today. Problems with the bike and not his preferred terrain cost him on the prologue stage, but today was an all-new effort. The local star on his Yamaha got the hammer down and dragged himself right back into contention to go second fastest in the stage and start his climb back up the overall leaderboard.
I pushed really hard, but we made a wrong setup for the gear ratio. I couldn't get more than 145, and the bike was always on the rev limiter. Yeah, it overheated, and yeah, but I did my best. Like, I gave 100%. I'm happy with that.
Scottish hotshot Alex McInnes back in Dubai, looking to right the wrongs he suffered in 2023 with that fuel pump issue, was also on a flyer, riding his Husqvarna to the 3rd fastest time despite a big crash. But he was later hit with a 15-minute penalty, and that dropped him to 5th overall. No such dramas for pre-event prologue victor Konrad Dabrowski, who carried that same winning momentum into today. While his KTM rally bike was the perfect machine for yesterday's terrain, the extra weight out in the choppy dunes today would be a disadvantage. But that didn't deter the Polish star. Despite losing the cap on his fuel tank and a last-minute bodge required to get going, he put in another stellar performance. Dabrowski in a league of his own to win the stage convincingly. He takes an early lead here in Dubai.
Al Qudra is a big playground for motorbikes, and I always enjoy racing here. It can catch you, so I had to be concentrated and have my eyes wide open to see every possible danger. But I have fun, really. A lot of jumps, a lot of slides on the flat. Just overall a very fun day on the bike.
A stunning performance from Dabrowski, and not really a surprise. The 23-year-old indeed spends as much time as he can training in the dunes of Dubai.
My name is Konrad Dąbrowski and I'm racing for Dust Rally Team.
Dubai is our second base. Every year I fly there for a boot camp, and now it's my second home. It's the terrain, but it's also just the place. So the fact that we have a very nicely running city close to a beautiful desert where we can practice the dunes, the sand. Even we can find some hard-packed bits which not many people know about, but for me it's a very good place for training because I am able to live a good quality life. Dubai dunes are demanding. They are very physically demanding. It's all the time up and down, some camel grass. They are not so high, but they are soft and small, which for a rally racer this is the most difficult dunes, I think. And yeah, after 5 kilometers you can already see the sweat dropping from your eyebrows. It's a quick push for me, you know. It's an opportunity to go basically full gas in the desert. There's no power management or anything like that. We just line up and go 100%, and it's nice. It's good. It's a good training for speed. This race, yeah. Of course, it's nice to do good in that race. This year I need to improve one spot.
Even when the pressure's on, there are worse jobs in the world than being a rally driver.
I'm very happy to be here. It's nice to be in the desert, and you know, it's nice to drive. Whatever you drive, it's a pleasure.
Matthias Ekstrom had a stressful start today. The Swede was missing a cap on his coolant expansion tank and had to scramble to find a spare. In the end, a local Good Samaritan came to the rescue.
That was the same with the Nissan Patrol.
There are two battles raging within the SSV class. Dania Akir is one of several drivers who's targeting the Middle East Baja Cup. She was fourth today and remains within striking distance of the leader, Ahmad Al-Kawari. It was a tough day though for one of the experimental drivers, Sarah Price, who's building towards her second Dakar. The American halted by an overheated engine.
We're having some fan cooling issues. Our fans aren't turning on, so the engine's getting very hot. If it's happening this early on, it's going to keep continuing, and so the next thing's to pop an engine, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to continue to just learn the vehicle and figure it out, but we did just reach really, really high temperatures, so the engine's not too happy, so we might have to just head back.
Fernando Alvarez has the World Baja Cup in his sights and has to do a better job in T4s than Joao Ferreira in the Ultimates. The Argentine just keeping it smooth today. He was sixth but had the best time in the World Cup, so a good day at the office. It will all come down to the final stage.
Now we are 50 seconds behind Dania for the overall, for the T4, so tomorrow maybe we will push, we will try to win the race.
It's the same story in the Middle East Baja Cup. Al-Kawari also had a clean stage, keeping the pace high but not taking any unnecessary risks. He was the third quickest in the SSVs, missing out on the official stage victory by around 3.5 minutes. The top dog in the FIA standings for T4 today was Mashari Al-Thafiri. The Kuwaiti drivers teamed up with Yassir Sayedan's usual co-driver Mikhail Mech, and they stormed through the stage in under 3.5 hours. An 8-time national champion and an 8-time Middle Eastern champion in Rally 2, he's in pole position for the overall win.
In the T3 Challenger class, all eyes were on Nasser Al-Attiyah, a 12 times winner here in Dubai and 5 times at the Dakar. The Qatari not only looking to take the class honours here, but odds-on favourite to be fastest of all of the four-wheeled cars.
this is my target, you know, to beat all the T1 Plus.
Drama early on though. Before the stage had even begun, NASA had some last-minute repairs to make to the Taurus.
We find the box of the filters. Air filters is broken, but good. It's mean good.
It absolutely meant good. Into the stage, and by the first split, it was clear that NASA was not carrying any mechanical problems at all. In fact, he was flying, eventually arriving at the end of the stage fastest of the T3s and of all of the point-scoring cars. Best of the rest was Khalid Al Jafla, also in a Taurus. The local man, no stranger to these dunes, he knows exactly how hard to push in the conditions. He impressed today to go second fastest, albeit over 7 minutes down on Alatia. Critically though, Al Jafla went 1 minute and 40 seconds quicker than this man, Edouard Pons. Whoever beats the other here in Dubai will take the 2024 World Baja Cup in T3. The pressure is on now, but considering his lack of experience in the desert relative to Alatia and Al Jafla, Pons put in an impressive performance. The Dubai dunes are incredibly technical, and knowing when to push and when not to is always hard to gauge.
The 10 ultimate drivers at this Dubai International Baja soaking up a few rays before the start of stage 1. Seth Quintero and Lucas Morais ready for a big day of testing in their new Toyota, even if they won't appear in the official standings. Morais was quickest in yesterday's prologue and picked up exactly where he left off by going fastest again today, albeit in the experimental class. The Brazilian said this was much better than the stage he won 2 years ago, and that he enjoyed the fight with Quintero on the dunes and the fast tracks.
Really fun race, actually one of the funnest that we had in the car. Seth caught us, so we managed to stay together and we were passing each other, changing position, having fun.
Indeed, Quintero had set off a minute behind his Toyota Gazoo Racing teammate, and he soon closed the gap. He was virtually topping the timesheets for most of the day, but the American then lost a damper just 10 kilometres from the finish line and had no way to fix it. He was still waiting in the dunes long after Morais had finished. It's unlucky for Quintero, who has had all manner of technical headaches in 2024. And the same could be said of Juan Cruz Jacopini. The Argentine has experienced all sorts of drama this year, including crashes and disqualifications, and he was undone by mechanical issues again today, a drive shaft and the rear differential. The overdrive racing man shipping almost 2 hours and sinking to the bottom of the standings. It was an excellent day on the other hand for his teammate Ronan Chabot, who is here with the overdrive team. The Frenchman and his co-driver Gilles Pilot have been doing the Dakar together for over 20 years, so they have a huge amount of experience. Third place today. Second place went to Denis Krotov, who said it was an up and down sort of day. They are still fine-tuning the engine settings on this new Mini. They also lost some time slowing down for a misplaced speed turn. Otherwise, all very positive. João Ferreira is fully focused on the FIA World Baja Cup, where he's trying to secure the overall crown ahead of Fernando Alvarez. He praised co-driver Felipe Palmeiro for a great job navigating today. They got through the choppy dunes and the camel grass without any errors and took the stage victory. Ferreira is out to finish the job tomorrow.
We struggled a little bit to find the right pace because with tricky navigation we don't have a lot of marks, and we overtook the 3 cars that were in front of us, so we were opening the road after the bikes, but okay, it was a good stage for us. We make no mistakes.
One down, 1 to go. Onto the second and final stage of the Dubai International Baja. It's crunch time for our competitors, with a host of prizes on offer at the end of today's outing. This is the Zayed and Rashid stage, which pays tribute to the founding fathers of the United Arab Emirates before the country celebrates National Day 53 on Monday. 195k against the clock, with more tricky dunes to navigate in the Al Qudra Desert. Any success later this evening will have to be earned.
Another long day in the desert then for all the competitors on two wheels. First down to the start line, as is tradition, it was the bikes that kicked off today's action. And winner of stage 1 yesterday, Konrad Dabrowski, charged with opening the stage today. A massive navigational challenge, but one he was ready to take on.
I'm feeling good. It's my home terrain. I train here a lot, so it's just a pleasure for me to race here in this race.
Dabrowski then broke the silence and charged into the stage on his KTM rally bike. His lead coming into today, nearly 5 minutes. Remember, the Polish rider has never won here in Dubai and is desperate to add his name to the winners list. Further back, Mohammed Al-Balushi was doing everything he could in the stage to try and catch the Polish rider. The local star, with 2 wins under his belt already here in Dubai, wants the hat-trick. But he needed to be at his absolute best today to make it happen. The splits were good and the gap did come down, but it wasn't enough. Balushi had to settle for second this year in Dubai, but is your double World Cup title winner.
I'm very happy to win it for the 3rd time and to be celebrating it on our national day. This season was awesome. I have 3 wins, 1 second, 1 third, 1 fifth. It's awesome. I cannot ask more. I'm very happy.
In the fight for the final podium spot, Sultan Al-Balushi, great friend of Mohammed, was going head-to-head with Alex McInnes. A great ride yesterday, and capitalising on McInnes' penalty meant the local man came into today hanging on to 3rd place and was doing everything to try and join his friend on the rostrum. It was a good ride, but would it be enough? Back in the stage, the hard-charging McInnes was absolutely on it. The Scotsman, who lives out here in Dubai, is no stranger to these dunes, and riding his Husqvarna, he was leaving nothing on the shelf. He was not just quicker than Balushi, he was quicker than everyone, winning the stage. But was it enough to nab that final podium position? As he crossed the line, the time stopped, but it wasn't to be. McInnes had to settle for 4th overall.
No podium today. It was super difficult to make time. It was just super flat out the whole stage. Nothing where you can really make an advantage. I think I made some time, but not enough. I know for sure maybe I made 4 minutes, but it's just so fast you can't do anything different to everyone else. We're all just going so fast.
Up at the front though, nobody could get close to Konrad Dabrowski. In a league of his own, the Polish star taking a stage win yesterday and doing enough today to take the overall victory.
Enjoyed it a lot. Enjoyed battling with Mohammed, with Alex, with Sultan, with everyone here, and enjoyed racing in my home territory. So yeah, just really happy about how the weekend went, and I was relieved to hear I am the winner.
So after 2 days of intense racing, Dabrowski wins over 3.5 minutes clear of Al-Balushi in second. Sultan Al-Balushi in third, ahead of Alex McInnes. Hamdan Al-Ali rounds out your top 5. So, with the bikes all wrapped up for another year, the attention then turns towards the quads. And with a monumental lead coming into today, Abdulaziz Ali only needed to cruise through the stage towards another victory. But that's not his style. Riding his beautifully prepared Yamaha Raptor 700R, Abdulaziz Ali was not holding back. A double stage win, and for the 3rd year in a row, he confirmed himself king of the Dubai Dunes. Winner in 2022, 2023, and again now in 2024.
Happy, tired. I think I have all the emotions at the same time. No, but I'm actually very, very happy. Third win in a row. This is such a special win, especially for UAE National Day. So I give this win to all the sheikhs and all the citizens and the locals in UAE.
Back in the stage, the fight for World Cup honours was still technically on, but with a comfortable lead coming into the Dubai International Baja, it was looking good for Hani Al Numesi, and as he crossed the line, fourth overall, it also confirmed his title honours. Ali's third consecutive victory here in Dubai then, his eventual winning margin nearly 2 hours clear of Abdulaziz Al Shayaban in second.
Let's go for stage 2.
Moving on then to the T3 Challenger class now, and what a day it was yesterday for Nasser Al Attiyah, taking a convincing stage win. But all eyes were actually on Khalid Al Jafla, another local star, and if he can stay ahead of Spain's Eduard Pons today, he will win the FIA World Baja Cup for T3.
Alhamdulillah, we got what we planned for it, and now we are leading 2 minutes. Today I hope everything goes right. I'm going to push from the beginning to make more gap and to finish the rally with enough to secure my championship.
The Emirati on good form this morning, and with final preparations all complete, he set off into the stage. In hot pursuit came Eduard Pons, the Spanish driver with a massive uphill task today. Over a minute down on Al Jafla coming into this final stage, but he had not given up hope yet, and he would be correct not to do so. At the 2/3 mark of the stage, Al Jafla had a roll. The tracking showed him stopped and he was going no further. And with that, a delighted Pons caught and passed him, going on to finish second today and wrap up the 2024 title.
It was tough. I was pushed as much as I can. He was pushing a lot. We were very on the same position, and he rolled here just 25 kilometers to the end in a difficult area out of piste. Here we are.
With the championship all sewn up, the attention's focused on Al Attiyah and his fight for not just class honours, but of all of the four-wheeled classes here in Dubai. With Pablo Moreno alongside him, the pair surged to victory, taking the T3 win and overall honours here in the desert. The tourist machine did not skip a beat, and Al Attiyah crossed the line to mark his 13th Dubai title.
I think this is a special win, you know, because to win against T1 Plus is not normal, you know, but you know, welcome to desert.
Al Attiyah finishing over 16 minutes clear of Pons, your T3 champion this year, and what a drive from Mitchell van den Brink to finish on the podium. A bright future for that young man.
Fernando Alvarez is a man of many talents, and if things don't work out for him in this rally raid lark, he could no doubt find work back home as a window cleaner. Fun and games before the start, but the Argentine had a serious job to do.
I think 40 seconds behind the first one, so I will try to push, I will try to win the race. Like always, try to push and try to win. This is my philosophy.
What's the Spanish for squeaky clean? 10 months, 8 rounds, and it all came down to this, the final day of the FIA World Baja Cup. But try as he might, Alvarez, who has been struggling a bit with sciatica in recent days, couldn't overhaul his rival Joao Ferreira. He won the T4 title, but had to settle for second in the overall championship.
Finally, we were second overall, but I am really proud of my team, of my co-driver, of myself, because the winner of the overall Ferreira need 2 pilots, 2 kind of cars, 2 teams, just to beat a 60 years old man. So I'm really happy and proud of myself and my people.
João Diaz will have been hoping for a better performance this weekend. After impressing at several World Championship events in 2024, the Portuguese driver ran into big trouble yesterday. It was much better today, though, in second place on the stage, but he finished a long way back overall. Well, the vehicles are so similar in T4 that this really is a driver's class. And the victory on stage 2 went to Abdullah Al Haidan. The Saudi made headlines at the end of October by winning the Qasim Rally on home soil, and this was another demonstration of his pace. Alongside Kuwaiti co-driver Badr Al-Ajmi, he won the day by 56 seconds from Diaz. The overnight leader, Mashari Al-Thafiri, had an absolute blast today. The Kuwaiti said this was the best stage he's ever done at the Dubai International Baja, a great mix of tough dunes and fast pistes, absolutely perfect. Al-Thafiri did lose a little bit of time on his rivals though. He ended up in second place overall in the SSVs. Well, meanwhile, the battle was raging between Ahmad Al-Kawari and Dania Akil for overall victory in the Middle East Baja Cup. Al-Kawari enjoyed himself more than he did yesterday, but agonisingly, the championship lead slipped out of his hands on this final stage as he lost around 4 minutes to Akil. It has been a sensational fight across the 4 rounds, and the 2 frontrunners also had to keep an eye on Majid Al-Thunay, who was busy winning over in the T2 class. In the end, though, Akil did enough to secure overall victory in both the T4s and the Middle East Baja Cup. The Saudi just keeps going from strength to strength as she builds towards the ultimate class.
I feel great. We won the SSV class, and I honestly, that wasn't my target. Obviously, it was my target to win, but more for the Middle East Championship because we had a big contest competition for the title. So that was the target, and we got it. So I'm very happy with that.
Akil following in the footsteps of last year's T4 winner João Ferreira, who's also our new World Baja Cup champion. Let's take a closer look.
I'm from Portugal, I'm 25 years old. I love motorsport. I started racing in 2010 in karting and I jumped to rally raid in 2019, and since then I've been growing and growing. 99% of my life this year was for racing and rally raid because I did more than 20 races. Dubai Baja, it's a short race, a Baja systems. It's what I'm used to it. But to be honest, I like both. I like to race during 1 week, like in Morocco. I like doing races just on the weekend. Basically, I just love racing and what I do. Yeah, it's my second time here in Dubai. Last year we won the T4 class with Saud Racing. Completely different cars. Now we are in the ultimate class, like the top. I will fight with drivers that I grew up seeing on TV, so it will be an honor to fight against them. It's true, I've been growing a lot year by year. I'm a very competitive person, so it's clear that I don't grow fast enough because there are still drivers faster than me. But okay, that's how I think, because I want to be like them one day or even better than them. Here in Dubai will be very, very different compared to last year, because last year with the Can-Am was easy to cross the dunes because you have a lot of vision, the car is very light, you have a lot of power, a lot of acceleration. Now with this big car will be more difficult, we cannot see as good, you feel more the impacts in the dunes. I get seasick, so in the dunes it's not the ideal situation, but we are happy to be here and we need to start to do races like this. Winning the World Cup will be super nice, you know. The fight it's on, we are just leading by 9 points. But okay, racing it's fun like this, and we will do our best to bring the World Cup to Portugal.
Seth Quintero arrived back at the bivouac yesterday with that familiar sinking feeling. The American had been the fastest man out there until his hopes were dashed by suspension problems.
Unfortunately, I ended up losing a shock. Again, we came here to test and we're testing some things on the suspension, so ended up losing it about 14 kilometers before the finish. I was going to try to finish, but with the new chassis and everything, I just wanted to make sure that it was all good for the big race. So yeah, definitely a bummer deal, but I'm happy with my driving, happy with everything. Just got to work out that one little kink.
Rally Raid is all about dusting yourself off and going again, and that's exactly what 22-year-old Quintero did today. And he and his co-driver Dennis Zentz had a much happier time of it in their Toyota Hilux. Seth wasn't able to use his preferred suspension settings after yesterday's issues, but they still had a nice clean day and went second quickest on 4 wheels. Disaster struck, on the other hand, for Lucas Morais, who'd been flying here in Dubai. The Brazilian was testing something different on his suspension and it failed, and then he broke the wishbone. But it's still been a useful weekend of testing, and they have a better idea of what needs improving in this new Hilux. Juan Cruz Jacopini had a similar day to Quintero, roaring back from mechanical disappointment yesterday to take the stage victory. The Argentine hasn't had too many opportunities to showcase his abilities this season, but when he and his co-driver Dani Oliveras are on it, they're always fighting with the best. They were the fastest vehicle out there on this second stage. Today we drove very well and had a very good pace. I'm happy because I was able to get rid of the bitter taste of not finishing yesterday due to problems that were beyond my control. Today we enjoyed it, did a very good job, so I'm happy to be here. There are 3 of the new petrol-powered Minis competing here at the Dubai International Baja, and one of them's been entrusted to the highly experienced Lionel Beau. The Frenchman's been doing rallies for over 30 years now, while his co-driving daughter Lucy, who's nearly 27, has been racing since she was 16. A very solid family effort this week, as they came 3rd overall in T1. Just ahead of them was Denis Krotov, also in one of the new Minis. He began 2024 in an overdrive Toyota Hilux, but a few weeks ago he returned to X-Raid, where he actually started his motorsport career in a BMW. Krotov's been testing a few things this week, but that didn't stop him finishing 2nd in class. He always enjoys coming to Dubai.
Three, 4 times for competition in Baja. Kostya maybe 10, 11 is all guys. Yeah, it's good place. It's a good race. Very nice.
But victory in T1 went to João Ferreira. The Portuguese driver had a bit of pressure on his shoulders this week as he was looking to seal the deal in the World Baja Cup, and he did exactly that alongside trusted wingman Felipe Palmeiro, who won the co-driver's title. Ferreira didn't quite manage to win the Dubai title, finishing 3 minutes down on Nasser Al-Attiyah, but he got what he came for.
It's an amazing result, this one of the World Cup, and our performance, especially in this Baja. I have a lot of experience with a big car in the dunes, so it was a good performance and strong performance, especially today during the first part of the stage. And yeah, as I said, I'm super happy with the victory in the World Cup.
Ferreira winning the ultimates from Krotov as Beau snuck ahead of fellow Frenchman Ronan Chabot by just 12 seconds. Miroslav Zaplatal rounded out the top 5. And here are the overall rally standings. Lucky number 13 for Nasser Al-Attiyah, ahead of those 4 T1 Plus cars.
Of course, this is a challenge I'm racing already since more than 10 years in cars like this. Not so easy for me, I don't have finger function and looks not so bad, and I think we will be ready for the race.
Thank you. Yeah, looking forward to a new adventure. I haven't tested anything. I'm really nervous. I'm happy we've got a cage around us and a seatbelt, but I'm nervous all the same. I was asking Mark for some German words to help me slow you down.
Obviously been friends with Heinz and Hannes for a long time, and like a good stepping stone for me maybe, as I don't have so much time and experience being a co-driver, so any time I can gain is obviously beneficial at this point.
I'm still trying to figure out all these buttons, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Obviously Hannes is in the wheelchair, so it's got his, a few of its own difficulties, but it's going to be a cool adventure, like you say, and I'm happy to share it with him.
With the left hand I'm just steering, I'm more fixed on the steering wheel. And with the right hand I have brake and throttle. Shifting, I have automatic, so I don't have to shift. And like this it's possible to participate.
Back is brake. Back is brake.
No, back is gas.
Good. I can. When you start to come back, I say So forward is brake. What was it? Slow down in German again?
Langsam.
Langsam. Langsam. I'll be shouting that a lot, I think.
The co-pilot I had in first doesn't have the right license, so I had to search for another one, and then I saw Sam is here in Dubai. Let's see how he is, because he's 2 times Dakar winner with the bike, so for sure he is good with navigation. Hope he is not getting too afraid if I'm not always under control, maybe, or something like this.
What I like to do in the dunes often is when I arrive to a high one, because there's small ones, big ones, a high one. Anytime that you're on a high one, take a half second to look up to see where the track's going, because you have a reference, and if you see the car in front disappear, there's a drop. Whereas if you see him disappear but quickly see him again, you say okay, stay forward.
In terms of a technical side, he manages it really well, and it's just in case we have any sort of drama, it's my responsibility to obviously get him out of the car and make sure that he's safe, and it adds another dynamic to it.
For me the dream is already fulfilled, that I can do that. For me it's really a passion to do this.
Yeah, my main concern is having fun, honestly, so hopefully we can do that. We'll be right.
Well, in the national class, Sam and Hannes may well have had fun, but sadly it was short-lived. The pair managed 40 kilometres on day 1 before stopping with steering failure, while today they only managed 30 kilometres when Kindergartner's hand control failed, leaving them stranded. Not the perfect start, but the pace was good when they were running. Instead, yesterday's stage winner, Sergei Karyakin, knew that he would have to work hard to keep Andreas Borgmann behind him.
What about this day?
Oh. Now we don't know. Pressure is on from everybody. Pressure is on.
As they got going, Karyakin was coming under extreme pressure from Borgmann, the Abu Dhabi Baja Challenge champion, pushing flat out. Also, it was Maxim Daikam who dragged himself up into second overall, while Karyakin dropped to third. But out in front and eventually doing enough to wrap up the national race, Andreas Borgmann, your winner.
It's been another incredible weekend of competition here in Dubai, and on Sunday night, all of our winners got their moment in the spotlight as they gathered for the spectacular final podium ceremony in Dubai Festival City. For some, it was a recognition of their efforts over the past 2 days, but others have been working towards this all season long. Congratulations all round.
Congratulations once again to our top 3.
Thanks for watching the Dubai International Baja 2024, the 8th edition of this remarkable event. Let's round things out by jumping on board with our riders and drivers one last time. Goodbye for now and see you again in 2025.